Sweat moves you forward. Degree Antiperspirant is here to make sure it never holds you back. Clocking in, sweat. Lunch meeting, sweat. Biking home, sweat. Degree Advanced is for the hustlers who put in the sweat. The world's #1 antiperspirant with up to 72-hour sweat and odor protection. Degree, here for sweat. Try it today.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight?
Aha!
Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
And welcome to Dice Roll, the Queerest Pathfinder Podcast on a planet where you have to hear questions like, hello? Is anyone there? Guys? Ritz? Luna? Dave? Who wants to recap last week's episode?
When we last left our adventurers in the Abomination Vaults, the Fogfen Few continued their journey through the caves in the back of the hunting ground. There they looked for evidence of the presence of the dungeon delvers, and found some promising clues. After an encounter with a little rock troll, they found where the dungeon delvers were being kept. Within the jet-black structure of the Cathedral of Shadows, which was locked with a very intricate key. To find the key, Silk cast Locate, and was able to track it down. After flying out over the lake, Phosero, Silk, Fiore, and Ulrich entered into a little house, one which they soon realized was the former home of Belcorra Haruvex herself, and they came face to face with Callido Haruvex, and a clay statue of Belcorra which soon animated. Now the Fogfen Few must face against one of their most dire foes, or be rendered into nothingness. And also, we were in the middle of recording that fight, but then one of us had to go somewhere, so now it's just me doing this intro as we continue from the next part of the recording. Oops. Sorry, guys.
Okay. And with that, everyone, are we ready to hop in? Okay, I'm gonna focus really hard, and then we're all gonna be there again, okay? 3, 2, 1. Top of the order is going to be Ulrich Ravra. Good lord. That is a Graveknight and what appears to be a clay effigy. Usually, I think you know this much, Ulrich. Clay effigies are usually like divine, made to look like gods, or, divine servants. Having one of Belcorra is it's a bit blasphemous.
It sure is.
So, here we go. What do? You've got 3 actions. Scary ass Graveknight, scary ass statue.
Ulrich is going to start with a rallying anthem, because fuck Graveknight. And then, how far away are you? Okay. And I am going to need Callido to make me a will save for Infectious Melody.
Okay.
15 foot animation.
Okay. This won't affect the statue, obviously.
Yeah, it's a statue.
Okay. All right. He has to make a will save, and that's going to be A nat 20?
Bruh.
Oh my god. So that's he's just going to be completely unaffected, is that right?
Yes.
I think what happens is, you cast this spell, and Callido kind of like looks at you as the magic swells in the air, and then he just inhales through his nose and like breathes in your magic and says,
My favorite.
That is unsettling. Ulrich does a double take.
well, he is swinging that sword, but he does not look particularly bothered. He is staring directly at all four of you, and he's got that big-ass sword. It is Callido's turn. So Callido is maybe like 10, 15 feet back, and he starts like swinging his like zweihander over his head. Not to like hit you, but to like almost make space. Like Fiora, you are forced to take like a step back as he starts like swinging and swing. And he breathes out and says,
Intruders into the sanctum of Belcorra will be flayed and made into pages for her books.
And he swings his sword, but obviously he's not hitting any of you. What happens is, as that sword swings, coming from out of him emerges a blast of cold energy.
Man.
And the four of you are going to have to make a reflex save as he uses a devastating blast. Oh shit, nat 20 for Silk.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 3 failures. Ulrich, Fiore, and Phosero all fail. Silk, you, I think, hit the deck and are able to avoid the damage from his blast. And that's going to be... Holy shit. That's going to be 38 damage to everyone except Silk.
Ouchies.
Silk who's special.
With his last turn, he takes a single menacing step towards Fiore. Actually, no, he's going to move here in the middle of you all. So all 4 of you are within swinging range.
Bitch.
Silk, it is your turn. Oh, Christ.
Oh, Christ. First off, I'm going to hit him with the Hand of the Apprentice.
Okay, shoot this fucker.
It's 38.
38 is a hit. Roll me that damage.
Woo! 8 damage. Yes.
Okay, he takes that 8 damage. He doesn't have resistances. That's nice.
Oh, that's nice. Mirror Malefactors.
What's that do?
Give me a will save.
Oh, yes, I love this spell.
Mirror Malefactors is a spell that's just a little scary. You get surrounded by illusory mirrors that follows you as you move. It does 78 mental damage. Long story short.
It also frightens the
frightened
target so
one.
long as... Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he has to make a will save, right?
Yes.
Okay. That is going to be a 21. He fails.
He fails. So that's going to be 78 mental damage, and he is frightened 1.
Okay, so
damage.
Wow, okay. Describe to me how this looks.
Silk took his shot, and it kind of just sunk through Callido. And then with this, there's a second round that follows that is... I don't know how to describe it other than it looks like a reflection, and it shoots past Callido, but it hits something behind him that isn't actually there.
Ooh.
And there's kind of just like a particle explosion that melts into mirrors that mostly he can see. You can kind of see them floating around him, but they're very transparent to those not affected by the spell. But all Callido sees is himself.
Yeah, you hear him breathing like as he looks at them. And you see he is definitely a little bit off his game for a moment.
Oh yeah, Silk is like, look how vile you've become.
I care not for appearances.
Clearly.
It's Phosero's turn, and Phosero kind of grimaces and begins wordlessly casting, and that is going to be a impaling strike. and there is a flash of steel as Callido's sword comes down into Phosero.
Oh.
Reactive strike.
Hmm.
And that is going to be a 28, which is a miss by 1 because
Yes.
he's frightened!
Yes.
Thank God.
Protect
means-
my baby.
Nice work, Ritz. And then, let's not get it twisted. Also because Phosero's AC is buffed by Ulrich.
Yeah.
Well, Phosero then successfully casts Impaling Spike, which means that he has to make a reflex save. And he gets a 31. He'll take half damage. And that's going to be half of 29 damage to Callido. And then Bespell Weapon. Phosero is going to strike at Callido with a magically infused mace. And that's going to be a hit. 32. That's going to be 2d6 plus 11 bludgeoning damage. Plus Bespell Strikes. That's going to be an extra 2d6 force damage. For a total of 21 damage to Callido.
Nice.
Very nice. Fiore, it is your turn. The undead horror that is Callido Haruvex is definitely a problem. There's also a big-ass clay statue growling behind you.
I would think that what Fiore is going to do, with his first action, I am going to smite.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being an unholy grave knight that is undead and also evil. And then his second action is going to be attacking.
Okay. Attack him.
28.
That is a hit because he is frightened.
Thank you so fucking much. I almost said freaking. Woohoo!
Whoa! Max damage!
Whoa.
23
Holy shit.
damage. 1d6 of that is...
Yeah, it's an additional 1d6 persistent vitality damage.
I think Fiore goes, did you really think that it was a good idea to leave 3 adventurers training for this long? Can I roll intimidation?
Absolutely, you can roll intimidation.
It's okay if it doesn't work. You know. Oh my god. 34.
Holy shit, a 34?
Mm-hmm.
That is a success. So that's not going to make him frightened too or anything. I've learned my lesson, don't fret. But what I will say, your athletics modifier would have been higher, so I'm going to allow it. I'm going to say you got the effects of basically fainting him on that intimidation,
Okay.
so he'll be off guard.
Okay.
How's that?
Thank you. I really like that. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I'm totally fine with that.
We're just ruling of cooling it. I know it's whatever. It gave a different thing than frightened. So you say that, and he kind of snarls, and for a moment you see a glimmer of realization. Callido Haruvex was a world-ending threat to you when you first met him. If he had tried to just slay you all when he first met you, instead of regarding you as insects and leaving you alone, none of this would have happened.
It's true.
He let the problem grow too big. And now, instead of it being an extreme solo encounter for him to fight you, it's only a severe encounter because he's not alone. He is not going to be able to just steamroll you. And I think that startles him.
Smiles.
Okay. So, next in the order is gonna be the clay effigy. The big-ass statue of Belcorra. And what it's going to do as it kind of like creaks its head around, it's going to stride 20 feet to the north, not quite attacking, like leaving Fiore behind, and instead moving towards Ulrich and Silk. And then what it's going to do, you're going to love this, is it's going to start smashing both of you. It has a reach of 10 feet because it's size large, so it's going to be able to reach both of you, and it's going to start just hitting both of you. So first against Silk, that one is a nat 1!
Huh.
Arnar. Well, what it gets is frustration. you take a -2 circumstance penalty to attack rolls until the end of your next turn.
This feels in
So-
character for Belcorra.
Yeah, this statue, it stomps, and Silk, you are able to get out of the way in somehow, which is very annoying for it. So kind of snarling, it brings its other hand down on Ulrich, but not quite as agilely. And it rolls a 30, which is going to be a hit.
I'd like to
yeah.
say, I don't like that the number she gets by rolling a nat 1 is only 3 below my AC.
Isn't that
Yeah.
sad? Isn't that weird? Strange, curious even.
Was the second one
Wow.
It's a hit.
a hit?
Yeah.
Can I use Retributive Strike, please?
Absolutely. You have your gauntlet bow loaded, right?
I don't ever not. 25.
25 is a miss, I'm afraid.
It's okay.
It's going to hit Ulrich anyway, although it'll be slightly less because I think your bow hits the thing in the wrist and knocks the attack slightly off course. So Ulrich, that's going to be 28 damage. And I need
Okay.
you to...
Itchy.
Okay, nothing. Don't worry about it. Nothing bad happens.
Huh?
Smile. That's its turn. Don't worry about it. Well, Ulrich, top of the round, it is your turn. You do restore 2 HP thanks to the split head bow. There is a giant clay effigy of Belcorra snarling at you and balling up its fist for another strike, but you're also right next to Callido Haruvex. What do you do?
Something between smart and stupid. It depends on future actions. Ulrich is gonna cast Mirror Image.
Okay, very nice. That might be helpful. So tell me how this looks.
They are polar opposite of Masami. These are light-based clones. These are the way they form is they're sort of aurora beams of light that emanate from Ulrich and split into 3. And they just they shimmer and then take his form, and now none of them know which one is the real him, hopefully.
Okay, those shimmering Ulrichs dance around you like refractions through a prism, and Callido looks at you and grunts, but continues fighting on. You got one action left, Ulrich. What do you do?
Hopefully hit and refresh rallying. And I'll hit Callido, see how that goes.
Okay, go for it.
This is with the bow, so this is gonna be a bit troublesome.
Ooh.
30.
A 30 is a hit! Roll me that damage!
Point blank, bitch. 9 damage.
Okay, well, he's going to take 9 damage. He's got no resistance to it. Awesome! You hit him, and I think it like buries itself into like a soft spot between the armor, but he just kind of lets out like a dry gasp, and just kind of gives you all a little bit of a side look, trying to figure out his next move. Ulrich, is that your turn? You also refresh your rallying anthem, right?
Yep, hit refreshes.
Okay. Well, it is now Callido's turn again. He is frightened, he has persistent damage, and he's off guard. Most of which is going to wear off this turn, but still. He kind of breathes out and says,
You have grown well since we last fought. There is honor in succumbing to you like this. But this is an honor I will deny you!
And he is going to swing that fuck-ass sword around. And that is going to cleave into... Let's see. He's going to go for you his first attack, Ulrich.
D4.
Yep. 2.
I believe that is a no. I think you have to roll a 1.
Yes, it's a 1 on the 1d4. So, that destroys one of the images. So you now only have 2 left.
Yep.
The sword continues on, passing through Ulrich and into Silk. Wrong one. That's fine. That is a 29. That is a hit.
Yeah.
So, Silk, that's going to be 18 18 slashing and cold damage as it cleaves through you.
Woof.
Minus some because of Rallying Anthem. And then lastly, the sword carries on into Phosero.
No.
And that one is going to be...
Take me instead.
That one is a miss. Phosero blocks with the shield and kind of stares out angrily from above it, like their brow twitching a little as they say, "You hit my brother."
Aww.
And that is going to be Callido's turn. Callido continues taking vitality damage. That is going to be... Yep, that's going to be 5 vitality damage. But, on the flip side, he is no longer frightened and no longer off guard. Silk, it's your turn. You definitely are fighting back well against him, but the problem is he's a Graveknight. He's a tank. He's got a lot of HP and a lot of AC. What do you do about that?
I think of ways to kill myself if this goes wrong.
You put a gun to your head.
I put my gun to my head. No, I would like to put it to his head.
Okay, go for it. You definitely may.
And I definitely will. I'm gonna use the Acolyte Robe to cast another Hand of the Apprentice on him.
Okay.
By cast,
extra credit.
I mean, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that. How is a... How's a nat 20, bitch?
Oh.
You know, it might be pretty fucking good. And with a nat 20, that's gonna be chipped bone. The target is clumsy 1 until healed. You permanently reduce his AC, basically? How the fuck do you do this?
That sucks. I shoot him straight through his fucking helmet.
Oh my god, you make a hole in the armor.
Yeah. Is that right?
It should be plus 10. It should be plus 10.
Okay. 41 damage.
Yeah, okay. Oh my god, look how his fucking health bar dropped significantly. Silk, how does this look?
Silk is like kind of backed up against the wall. This room is fucking small.
Yeah, it's a cramped ass room.
This is a cramped room, and Callido is up in their capital S shit. And so I think that Silk kind of is holding on to the wall with one hand, especially after being slashed by this motherfucker. And he just point fucking blank aims the gun at Callido's helmet and pulls the trigger. And there's a bright flash of light.
You know what's crazy? Callido Haruvex has probably never seen a gun fire before today.
That's crazy!
That's awesome.
Silk, you shoot this guy and he stumbles back. And he, I think, lets go of his Zweihander for a second and just touches the hole that is now in his head. And then when he drops, those bared teeth are like snarling at you now. And he is raising that Zweihander to slice you in half, top to bottom.
Ooh.
But you get 2 actions. So what now?
I open the door and I run. No, I don't.
Into the mud.
Into the mud. Into the water. I can't cast Fireball right now.
You could if you weren't a pussy about it.
Wow.
There is no future where I cast that and I don't hit At least 2 of us.
Fiore don't care. Fiore loves fire.
That's
Fiore-
simply not true.
It is simply not true. I'm gonna have Silk very, very briskly slip through, slip between Phosero and Callido.
Okay.
To where he's next to Fiore, and
You have one action left as a heads up.
I know. And
Okay.
where Callido and this beautiful, gorgeous statue of Belcorra are in a line in front of him. And I'm gonna use Quicken Casting.
Fuck.
The first time in a while. And I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay. Awesome.
Lightning Bolt.
Sure. So they have to make a reflex save, right?
Yes, they do. Reflex
Okay.
save or take 29 damage.
Well, one of them's clumsy. He still rolled a
Good.
19. It's a 37.
37, that saves.
Not crit save? Jesus Christ.
No.
Okay. And then the clay effigy is going to roll. Doesn't have a great reflex at all. An 18!
That's a crit fail.
Oh, is it now?
It is. That's
sure.
unfortunate. So that's double of 29 damage.
Okay, so Callido will take half of 29, which is 14 damage to Callido. And then the clay effigy of Belcorra will take 29 times 2. That is 58 damage.
Woo!
Wow! I mean, that's a huge... I think you, knock off, a bit of her shoulder there. She lets out an awful
Silk's-
hiss. You
Silk's
know?
not fucking around this fight.
And as this comes down, Callido groans, and then out of nowhere, suddenly there is a blast of light, and Callido is going to take 9d4 plus 9 force damage as Phosero Witchhelm does the Witchhelm trick, which is tree action, force barrage, max rank.
It's real as fuck.
And that is going to be to Callido 38 damage!
Shit.
Ooh.
Wow! Okay. Phosero grunts and gives you a quick look, Silk, notices that you're alright, and then I think nods their head yeah, nice shot, by the way.
Silk gives a little grin. Smirk, even.
Fiore, it is your turn. Sweet mother of mercy.
Me when somebody continues being smote because they're just being a huge dick. I think that he's going to. I think I'm gonna attack.
Mm-hmm.
34.
34 is a hit. Roll me that damage.
Okay. 11 damage.
Okay, very nice. He takes that. Okay. He's not looking great, guys.
I can cast Lay on Hands on the undead to do damage, right?
Yes, you can.
I've actually never done this in this particular campaign.
Okay. Fiore, you put your hands down on him, and his eyes lock with yours, and you feel some of that holy energy burning away. And that's because of his ability, Sacrilegious Aura. When a creature in the aura uses a vitality spell or ability, he immediately tries to counteract it with a modifier of plus 17.
Okay.
So he's trying to stop you from doing this in the first place. And he rolled a 2!
No.
A 2 plus 17 is not going to counteract that. So he still has to make that save. He does have an insane fortitude, so again, he might not take all this, but we'll see. He rolled a 33, which is a success, meaning he will take half damage. So roll me 5d6.
14.
Okay, he takes 7 instead. Yeah, he does not take the penalty to his AC, but I mean, that was a free 7 damage to him. You know, like, you didn't have to roll for your shit. And he hisses a little bit, stumbling back. You can see that this great knight who once you feared, you are definitely a match for him. And you have 1 action left, bro. What now?
I think he's gonna raise the shield.
Okay. The Lion Shield can bite him as well if you want.
Sure. Why not?
Why not, right?
Let me find it.
So the Lion Shield wakes up, eyes glow, and lunges forward to bite into him. So make me that strike.
35.
35 is a hit. Roll me that damage.
16.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, he takes that. Callido stumbles around, eyes burning with hatred, and he kind of coughs out and says,
I will not fall. I must continue to serve Lady Belcorra. I must save the family.
And he's getting ready with his sword, but you can see that, like, parts of the dusty flesh beneath the armor is already starting to just powder. So it's the effigy's turn now. And the effigy is cranky. And the effigy is going to slam the fuck out of Ulrich. So that's a strike, which would be a hit, but let's see if it
D6.
even hits. A 5 with 2 images we're aiming. A 1 to 2 and 1d6. Yep, he fails.
Yep.
That's another one of the mirror images destroyed as the effigy just punches into the ground and misses you. It's going to strike again, just to see. And that is a 30 that would be a hit again. But let's see. With 1 image left, he has to roll a 3 or below on a 1d6. He gets a 4, destroying the last mirror image. Holy shit, you would have taken a lot of hits there, Ulrich, but you're alive!
Yippee.
Anyway, last one, because fuck you. 29
Damn, that
is
is
hit
my
by
AC.
1. 29 is just your AC.
That is my
Ulrich,
AC. Fuck.
You see, bong, bong, bong. One of your mirror images gets shattered, the other gets shattered, then you look up and oh shit, fist to the face. Bonk. You take 26 damage. How are you looking, bud?
Ow. There's
Ow.
blood on my screen.
Yep, you have 14 HP left, my friend. The effigy is beating you senseless. And Callido's head turns to look at you because he smells blood in the water. Hey, Ulrich, it's your turn. You restored 2 HP. You're now at 16 HP. Yay!
Well, it's about to be more. Ulrich's gonna cast Soothe on themselves. Rank 5.
Does Soothe have the Vitality trait?
Concentrate emotion, healing, manipulate, mental occult is healing vitality.
Nope. If it needs to specifically have the Vitality trait to be counteracted by the sacrilegious aura.
They do not.
Nice save. Sure, you can roll me that healing.
43.
Ooh. Ulrich, you're looking a little bit peachier, huh? Thank God.
Yes. Okay.
You see Callido scowl. He's like, oh. You have 1 action left. What do?
Another pot shot, I guess.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see how this goes. 32.
32 is going to be a hit. Roll me that damage.
8 damage.
8 damage. It's, I mean, for every little bit of HP he's got left. And I remind you, that does keep your rallying anthem going. So, nice.
It do.
It is now Callido Haruvex's turn. And Callido, he's got a hole in his head. He's really looking pretty bad. And he kind of exhales out, and you see like condensed air kind of coming out of him like he still has lungs. There is like smoke hissing out of his wounds, and he says,
Then today is the day I am destroyed. But I will take one of you with me.
and Ulrich, you still have the lowest HP of the group.
I do.
So he is just going to go all out on you.
Okay.
And you know what?
I'm in danger.
The Zweihander swings, and then it comes cleaving down, and Ulrich, that is a miss. First one's a miss. By one! If you had
Holy
not
shit.
gotten Rallying Anthem, if you had not just hit last time. But that's okay, because he's going to try again. Second swing! And this time, that is a hit.
Okay.
Oh, 26 damage.
And she's okay.
I think. Can I retributive strike that actually?
Absolutely, yeah. Go for it. So, Ulrich, you're going to take 12 damage less from this. So, you're going to take 14 damage instead. And Fiore,
Okay.
make me that hit.
Damn. 26.
26 is a miss. Unfortunately, he swings down, you swing your sword, and then he turns and parries with his Zweihander before swinging back a third time in a 360-degree swing.
Okay.
And this last one, let's see. Ulrich, that is going to be a natural 1. Hard-edged adversary. You take 2d6 piercing or slashing damage. Well, Ulrich, which one and how?
No, I'm doing piercing damage, and Ulrich, very quickly seeing an opening, takes an arrow from his quiver and jabs it, like, in the side where there's, like, a gap in the armor.
Oh, God. He lets out a rumbling roar. And that's going to be 7 damage to him. Respectable. Okay. And that is his turn. Oh, and he also takes 5 more vitality damage, leaving him a 69 HP! Everyone take a hero point!
Yay!
Yippee!
That's crazy. Okay. Silk, it is your turn. He's bullying Ulrich, but his defenses are low. The clay effigy and Callido are still within a line of you. What do you do?
I spit at them. I go, poo.
He dies.
You know what? Yeah, I think that the classic Witch Helm 3-action Force Barrage is a beautiful thing.
It is beautiful, though, isn't it?
It is. Yes, that's gonna be. Is it 30?
30 damage. Silk, you do that. He's not looking great. Oh my god. I think, Silk, you pelt so many of these little force barrage missiles into him that I think, like, his shoulder plate is getting damaged, his fucking chest is being burnt, and he roars. And then you hear from your side, not bad. Let's give that another shot. Using their last 5th rank spell for the day, Phosero Witch Helm also uses. You know their siblings. 94 plus 9. 35 damage.
Fuck.
Callido Haruvex has 4 HP left. As Silk and Phosero just pummel this guy with force barrages. Fiore, it is your turn. You just need to land 1 hit. That's all it'll take to destroy Callido Haruvex. What do you do?
I don't think Smite is on it, so I'm gonna turn it on.
Yeah.
He's continuing to smite. I know that's unnecessary. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the principle of the thing. I'm gonna attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There it is.
Happy
You don't
birth-
even have to roll damage.
Happy birthday,
There
Hatsune
it is.
Miku.
39 is a critical hit against a guy who's been plaguing you for several floors and has 4 HP left.
I just want to see the number.
36 damage.
Eat my shorts.
Fury Sunchaser. As Silk and Phosero pelt this guy with Magic Blast, as you see Ulrich clutching their heart, trying not to succumb to the wounds from this monster, how do you take down Callido Haruvex?
I think he was focused on Silk and Phosero. And I think he catches him between some of the... Because, there's holes in his armor because it's old.
Mm-hmm.
I think he catches him there.
You get him right in the chest. And there's a flash of light. And I think Callido looks up at you. And I think he almost looks surprised. He knew it was coming, and yet, that last moment... And he lets out a gasp before crumbling into dust before your eyes, leaving nothing but the armor on the floor. Fiora, you have 2 actions left. There is still a big-ass effigy that is coming to squish you. What the fuck do you do?
I think he's going to take a step towards her.
Okay.
I actually am going to use it. I think I'm going to use Land Hands on Ulrich, just in case.
Okay.
'Cause...
All right, that would be how much HP to Ulrich?
It will be 30.
30. Ulrich, that's 30 healing, and also you have a +2 to your AC for 1 turn.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, it is now the effigy's turn. So the effigy sees Callido crumble, and then rears its head back and lets out a roar. And now that the boss is out of the way, it's free to do anything it likes. Which means it's time to cast you out. The clay effigy raises its hands, and everyone within 20 feet, which is all of you, needs to make a will save.
Kill yourself.
Oh my god!
That's funny.
Okay, success for Phosero, success for Fiore, critical success for Ulrich. So Phosero and Fiore will take half damage. The rest of you are unaffected. That is going to be 8d6 damage, spirit damage, half of 25. So what that was, as you both take 12 damage, cast out. A 20-foot emanation of spiritual energy pushes against intruders as though trying to drive their souls away. Each creature in the area takes 8d6 damage, depending on a will save. Like, if you had failed this roll, you would have taken 3d6 persistent spirit damage, and it would have lasted until the creature moves over 60 feet away from the clay effigy, or the clay effigy is destroyed. I mean, this thing is a guardian of the treasure within. It has one last action left. It's going to try punch on you, Fiore.
Many times this is the case.
Very frequently, even. Strike. Fiore, that's going to be a 28. That's a miss. Ulrich, it's your turn. You receive 2 healing.
Well, I think Ulrich is going to take an action to swap weapons to the battle loot now.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the clay effigy.
Okay.
Damn. 33.
That's a hit. Roll me that damage.
11 damage.
Very nice. Wait, is that right? It's actually 1 damage.
Oh, bludgeoning? Does it not?
Maybe.
Does it have a resistance 10?
This is a horrible clay statue. You don't know much about it. But when you hit into this thing, you pull back your thing and you look at the little dent in its side and you're like,
Alright. Well, the important thing is Rallying Anthem is back.
Yay!
And Ulrich is then going to use their last action to figure this thing's deal out.
Okay, so make me any roll you think it might be, and Bardic Lore is always correct.
It's a good thing that I am always going to fall back on Bardic Lore.
Okay. You take a look at this thing. You know what a clay effigy is. They're usually crafted in the image of a deity and used as the guardian of a tomb or a sacred crypt. The fact that it's Belcorra tells you everything you need to know about this person.
Yes.
They usually are going to be to protect treasure. That's why clay effigies have effigy's curse. In fact, at the end of this combat, everyone who has injured it is going to need to make a will save.
Oh.
So that's going to be a whole issue you need to deal with afterwards. Fun. Moreover, Ulrich, you know that this thing has resistance to all physical damage, except for adamantine, and all spells, except for cold, earth, or water. So it's actually been eating some of the spells you've been throwing at it, this bitch. That's what you know about this thing. It's awful.
All right. Sick. Ulrich relays all of that to the team.
Son of a bitch.
And Ulrich, that is your turn.
Yeah.
Silk. Fuck.
You know, I have a cold spell. It's just a fucking cantrip.
It could work.
Fucking work. Yeah, you know, whatever. Frostbite.
Okay, go for it. You have to make a spell attack roll, right?
Yep.
Okay. Smack him.
Oh wait, no, it's a fortitude save, sorry.
Oh, it has to make a fortitude save? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is going to be a 28.
That doesn't save.
Okay. Roll me that damage.
Some real fuck-ass damage. It's gonna be 16 damage.
16 damage. It takes it. I mean, it would be higher than if you had... This is the equivalent of it. If you'd rolled 26 damage on a lightning bolt and then it only took 16, right? This doesn't even cost you a spell slot.
True.
You see some of the clay starting to kind of harden, become less easy to work with, and it groans out as it gets ready to strike again. One last action. What do you do?
I actually was Googling before my turn what happens when you freeze clay, and I got that answer.
Yeah. Smurl.
Nira. Well, I can't quicken cast again. Tut. I think I'll just back up a little bit, you know?
Get out of his way. To be frank, that might be a really good choice.
I'm a cute little wizard with a big hat, wearing some pretty trousers and a billowy shirt.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what, Silk? The other witch helm shall fight for you. Phosero rushes forward and face Grim. They are going to... Well, they don't have anything that does any of those damages. Oh, no, they have Frostbite as well. Yay! They're going to They're going to cast Frostbite. So, she needs to make a fortitude save. She's going to get a critical success. This Frostbite does not affect it. And Fosero's face kind of twitches and they go, damn. Fiore, it's your turn. What do you do?
Can I use my Cassissian helmet?
Oh, right, yes, the one you just got from Wanda. The diadem that slips over your eyes to look like, you know, the visor of a helmet. And it lets you shoot an eye beam that does cold or fire damage. Okay. It has to make a reflex save or take... And I've said I was going to heighten the damage. 5d6 cold damage. Damn, okay. So that's to make a reflex save.
Yeah, it's that right
Not
there.
its strongest roll. That is going to be a 23, which is a failure. Roll me that cold damage.
19.
Nice! Okay, it takes that. And you have one action left. What do you do?
Raise my
You
shield.
shoot your cool-ass ice beams. Okay. So, shields up! And it is now the Clay Effigy's turn. And the Clay Effigy's head follows Silk to the back of the room.
Man, fuck you.
But it can't get you. There's all these people in the way. Not unless it uses its heavy stride ability. So everyone needs to make a reflex save. Ulrich, Phosero, and Fiore, you all need to make me this reflex save.
All right.
You say that like Fosero's another person at the table.
Phosero is another person at the table.
I completely
Failure,
forgot
success.
I looked at Silk's like character sheet that I always have open. I was like, oh yeah, I like it. His silly fucking middle name. I forgot that I gave Phosero a middle name. It's fucking Hayfish.
That's so funny. Well, Phosero and Fiore both fail. In fact, both of those would have been crit fails had it not been for Rallying Anthem. So on a heavy stride, you are both knocked prone. Ulrich, you're able to stand on your feet, but both of these guys are knocked over as this thing fucking bull rushes towards Silk. And it's over here now.
Right.
Bitches can't keep their hands off me.
And it's gonna punch you into the wall.
Man, come on.
And that's a critical hit.
Fuck me.
What the fuck?
And that's gonna be double of
Can I
40 damage total.
Can I use Retributive Strike to make that not be so much?
Yeah, that would be 28 damage instead.
There you go.
You can attack the effigy.
24.
That is a miss, unfortunately. Okay.
16,
well,
right?
yes.
Okay.
We're bad luck. Ulrich, it's your turn. We're on round 5. Jesus Christ, what do you do?
It's, yeah. Huh.
I'm just gonna let you know, you're an occult caster. This thing hates you.
Yeah, this
You
is,
poor bastard.
I am in a bit of a fucking pickle right here, right now.
Mhm.
Oh, and I can't use, I don't think I can use this, because it's,
Like, it will
20
take the
foot
damage, it
and
just
then-
has
oh gosh.
resistance.
Yeah. This room is too small to use stagnate time. Fuck. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, then Ulrich, I think, is just gonna step forward and hit the thing again in an attempt to just hit the thing again.
Okay, go for it.
Refresh. 35.
Oh my god, that's a hit. Roll me that damage.
9.
It takes none.
Yeah.
But it was worth a shot. You keep Rallying Anthem going.
Yeah. Ulrich is gonna set up for next round then with Harmonize.
Okay, so you start prepping to start combining some shit together.
Yeah.
Silk, it's your turn. Oh god.
This fucking sucks. Sometimes it doesn't pay to be a beautiful, gorgeous 10 out of 10. Everything wants to follow you. This sucks bad. Frostbite again.
Okay, hit her.
Alright, give me Fortitude save, please.
Okay, she is gonna make it, and that's gonna be
A
a
fucking
33.
success.
It's a success. She'll take half damage.
6 damage.
Okay, she takes the 6. She's not looking fantastic to be sure, but this is definitely very, very scary for you right now. Not a roll you
yeah,
want
very.
while you're pushed into a corner.
No. Silk is definitely audibly panicking. When she came over to fuck with him, he did let out a very high-pitched scream. And it wasn't even funny because it was genuine fear. He's gonna shoot her in the face.
Okay.
It's just gonna be a regular 30.
That's a hit. Roll me that damage.
9.
No damage.
Yay!
The bullet hits her in the forehead and gets swallowed into the clay.
Let's go.
Oh, Silk, this is bad. Thankfully, someone has your back. Because Phosero, what Phosero is going to do... Phosero is going to not run, but crawl. On their, like, fucking army style, they crawl with 10 feet towards Silk. And with their last 2 actions, they grab onto your ankle, Silk, and they cast Invisibility.
I love Phosero so much.
Just completely stone-faced, they crawl towards you past this rampaging monster, and they're gonna make you go invisible.
I killed myself, man.
That is some sick shit right there.
I'm gonna start crying.
And they say nothing else. That is literally all they do. They crawl forward, they get you the fuck out of there.
I really am going to kill myself.
And they turn and glance up at the fucking scary-ass effigy, which is about to head stomp them. Fury, it's your turn. You're also prone. God damn it.
Well, thankfully, I can get up. And I do get up. And then I smite her too. Fuck you. And then I attack with sword.
Okay.
Because I can only use the helmet once per hour. But it's fine. 32.
That's a hit. Roll me that damage.
15.
15? Yeah, that's gonna be 5 damage. Not ideal. She's very, very bulky.
Mm-hmm.
And is that your turn?
I'm gonna use my last action to raise my shield again.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's gonna be the effigy's turn again. It's going to use Cast Out again. Everyone, make me another will save as it unleashes another roar and spiritual energy explodes out from it, making you all want to get out of here.
Oh, hero point. I failed.
30.
Critical success for Ulrich. Success for Phosero.
Plus 10 for me, so 20 or 37.
Success for Silk. And Fiore.
23.
Okay, Fiore, you're the only one who fails. Everyone else, you will take half of, if at all. 86. Fiore, you take the full thing. That's going to be 26 damage. And Fiore, on top of that, you feel this awful energy passing through you. Every instinct in you is, leave this place. Leave the treasure within. It is not for you. Never return. Oh, no. Meanwhile, Ulrich, no damage. Fiore, Phosero, and Silk, half damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
Okay. And then with one last punch, it's just going to swing at Phosero. Ooh, that is a crit. That's going to be 40. Yep.
It's not going to be 48, because I'm going to Retributive Strike again. I don't give a shit.
Okay, so that'll be 36 damage to Phosero.
Sorry, I gave it to the wrong person.
Ooh, Phosero got pretty slammed there. That was bad. It did head stomp Phosero. Yay!
Oh!
Wait, let me do the... Here you go. Sorry, they have Champion's Resistance. They're not supposed to have that. This...
Oh yeah, I'll get rid of it.
Thank you. But then I'm gonna attack.
Now make me that strike.
Oh!
Oh shit! That's a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh!
That's max damage. 38.
Minus 10, 28. It is looking really fucking bad. I think Fiore, as it kicks Phosero, you swing in at the last second and cut its leg off. And it's kind of like shaking around a little bit now. Or at least cleave badly into the leg. It's barely standing. One more solid hit like that and it might be dead.
Maybe.
Oh, shit. Okay. And with that critical hit card, you... Momentum! You get a +2 circumstance bonus to attack rolls until the end of your next turn. Fiore, you are up in this thing's face. Ulrich, your turn.
Okay. Ulrich is going to... I already harmonized, so Fortismo Composition, Courageous Anthem.
Yeah, probably a good call.
So performance roll is 33.
33, okay. Yeah, that works.
So it's a +2, correct?
That's correct. Everyone has a +2 to their attack rolls.
Okay.
Including you, if you wanted. Or if you have any spell attacks, anything you think might work. You could crit fish with a sure strike.
Yeah, I'm gonna sure strike. That's 1 action.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that on myself. And
Okay.
then
Come on, give us something good.
please.
First one's a miss.
I have a hero point. 40.
A 40
Yeah.
is a goddamn crit. Roll me that damage.
26 damage.
-10. Ulrich Revra.
16.
How do you destroy the clay effigy?
This thing's taller than us, correct?
Oh, it's massive. It's like 12 feet tall.
Well, Ulrich is part bunny. He takes a fairly massive leap, and in said leap, he completely 270s his swing with the battle loot at the clay effigy's head.
And with that, I think the clay effigy's head also 270 degrees. And it stumbles back before falling into a pile on the floor. And as it goes, I need everyone to make me one last will save, please.
Okay.
Phosero's fine. Phosero don't care. Phosero loves stealing.
Where's the... Oh, is it just a roll from...
Yeah, just please.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you had the...
Oh, it's 26. Performer's heart.
26.
25.
Let's see. Okay, that's going to be a failure for both of you, but don't worry too much about it.
Okay.
And Silk?
I rolled 29.
Oh, right, sorry, I didn't see it. 29. Silk, that's a success. So Ulrich, you know what's happening as this thing falls apart. That was the effigy's curse. When a creature has damaged the clay effigy, it must succeed a will save or become afflicted with the effigy's curse. You should have been doing it several times during combat, but I was like, let's just do it at the end once.
Yeah.
The accursed person becomes fatigued whenever it carries a part of the effigy or any item the effigy was assigned to guard. The fatigue can't be removed until the creature has given up such items for at least 24 hours. In short, Fiore and Ulrich, maybe you two shouldn't carry any of the shit you find in here.
Okay.
Oh no, Silk's gonna be the pack mule for one.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages.
Hey there, I'm Hugh from Podderation. If you liked today's episode, why not check out Tartan Tabletop, a D&D show as Scottish as it sounds. I won't terrify you with my attempt at a Scottish accent, but I can assure you that Tartan Tabletop is some of the funniest tabletop content you will hear all year. Find it wherever you get your podcast.
We now return to Dice Will Roll.
Phosero kind of gasps and dispels invisibility. And then they just kind of squat next to you, Silk. They pat your shoulder a little bit on the floor.
Silk grabs onto Phosero, and immediately he is nagging, and he's like, "What is the matter with you? Do you know how dangerous that was?"
Worked, though.
Phosero Havish Witchhelm.
Yes, Shalik.
And Silk kind of looks over Phosero's shoulder to Ulrich, and the very bothered face is like, "Darling, please heal us."
Immediately, yes. Ulrich, give Silk another rank 5.
And Silk goes back to pinching Phosero's cheeks.
Poor Fiore. You're no longer taking persistent damage, Fiore, because the effigy was destroyed, but you are still prone. You were taking spirit damage, and you're kind of just covered in sweat, man.
Damn.
I think he's gonna get up, but I think he's gonna find a place to sit down for a second.
Thankfully, there's some very comfy chairs in here.
Oh,
What kind?
Well, they're quite outdated and also 500 years old, so not great, but, you know. They
So
were
they're
great
not
once.
comfy.
They were great once upon a time. They're very
So
dusty
you lied.
now. Yeah, I'm full of shit. Sorry, man. So, Ulrich has cast Soothe. Those are your last Soothes, right?
And then Phosero gets the rank 4.
Okay. So, 46 healing to...
So 46 was to Fiore, 56 to Silk, and 33 to Phosero.
Everyone's looking pretty okay. So, Phosero kind of pants and helps you up, Silk, and I think goes and puts a heavy hand on your shoulder. Ulrich gives you a thumbs up and looks around saying, "You, Tree, are as brave as any crusader. I won't lie and say I'm not extremely impressed."
Bashful. He looks bashful.
Flatterer you are.
I have heard many stories about Graveknights. Seeing one in person was bad enough, but we were able to destroy it while a clay effigy was on us. I am most impressed.
Stop, you'll embarrass us.
Well, best thing about taking all of this on is that you just learn to roll with the punches. Many, many disgusting punches.
I just want to help people.
And Phosero, I think, smiles a little fondly and leans forward and ruffles your hair, Fiore, and says, "You certainly do it."
Face is so red, redder than he is red. His face is brighter. He's like, thank you.
I will say, lying in the center of this room among a pile of ashes is the armor of Callido Haruvex, and it calls, "Fiore, this would be so, so wonderful to wear. Can you imagine the power it would imbue into you?
What is that?
Can't you visualize it? If it could give a man like Callido Haruvex that strength, what could it give you?"
We should burn this.
Indeed, we should melt it down for pieces. And then just dump those pieces in a lake.
It started giving me
It
started giving me intrusive thoughts.
Oh, you too. That's interesting. I was also in my head.
It's giving you both what?
Oh, it wants us to wear it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, when you read stories and it's and then the cursed shield tried to make you hold it so that you turned into a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that sort of thing.
Would Ulrich or Sylph, would either of you like to roll recall knowledge to see, maybe we should wear this armor. Maybe it's totally fine and there's nothing wrong with it.
There you
go.
Okay, you both know, but Ulrich, you extremely know. Silk, no, I've definitely heard that you're not supposed to wear Graveknight armor. In fact, Graveknights regenerate by having their armor left undamaged. We really should get rid of this now. Ulrich, with your nat 20, you go, because you know exactly why it's calling to Phosero and Fiore specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Graveknight armor is cursed. And if someone wears Graveknight armor, they become doomed and can't take the armor off. And then the doomed condition grows. And then the doomed condition grows. And then the wearer dies, their body rots, and the Graveknight returns in their body. As in, Fiore's corpse would have become a new vessel for Callido Haruvex.
Ulrich grabs both Phosero and Fiore and ushers them away from the armor.
I wasn't gonna put it on. I didn't even think about it.
I was only considering it a little.
Okay, why were you considering it?
You were not considering it at all.
You'd become a vessel for Callido to come back.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do, and no one is touching that armor. In fact, can we melt it? Completely destroy it?
Of course.
Yeah.
And then dump it in the water outside?
Yeah.
So, how do you guys destroy the armor?
I personally feel like it should be like fire, like to melt it, but I think that Fiore should bless it.
Ooh, you want to bless it first to weaken it, and then one
to
of you
bless
uses fire magic?
to bless the fire itself.
Ooh, okay. Phosero opens a door so there's ventilation.
Like, why don't
Smoke
we...
is no joke.
Believe me, I'm very aware.
I'm glad the DARE program worked on you, honey.
That's...
I have never done weeds. In fact, I look down on anyone who smokes weeds.
Let's melt this armor.
I want you to know that, so if you turn your back, Phosero catches your eye, Ulrich, and then makes a toking motion, like a,
Ulrich just does like the very awkward, like,
Okay, so, presumably, Silk, you have like ignition or something. Or like some fire spell.
Yeah, I have Blazing Bolt and I have Fireball and Ignition.
Okay, well, together then, Silk, you kneel by the armor and you start like...
once.
What happens? It's like when somebody uses the hairspray and somebody else is holding the lighter, except it's Fiore and Silk, and Silk is casting the fire, and then Fiore is...
His gun becomes a flamethrower. Does his blessing make the fire a different color?
I don't think it's a different color, but I do think it goes from looking like... Cause not that fire on the sun looks super different, but I think it's the intensity. Because it's like channeling the sun versus being like, this is fire.
And you know what? I think the smoke that comes off it is white. And it drifts lazily out of the antechamber, out into the ponds beyond it.
Now there's a new pope.
I was about to make the same joke.
We're all fucking Catholics. There's nothing we can do about it.
We were all raised.
At one point, we were all in a Catholic school.
That is.
We're all raised.
Yeah.
Shout out to Catholic
seas.
school for having way more gay people than Catholic school was ever ready to have.
I like that you guys went to a Catholic all-girls school, and now two of you are boys.
And all of us are queer.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on, you have successfully dispelled Callido Haruvex, one of Belcorra's greatest lieutenants, destroyed.
Good fucking riddance.
I'm glad we don't have to worry about him anymore. We are getting stronger, though. The last time we fought him, we nearly died.
How fun that was.
Now it was only hard because there was that effigy. We should look for that key, though. I can't really grab stuff. I feel weird about it right now, and I don't literally feel weird. I'm pretty sure it's a magic thing, but I feel weird, so I think you're gonna need to pick stuff up, Silk, please.
It was from the clay effigy. We couldn't exactly escape it. It curses anyone that hurts it, so I had no choice. I also...
Me? You want me to carry stuff?
Yes, Silk.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I also cannot carry anything that we take from here.
Silk looks at Phosero with big eyes.
Phosero kind of turns and blinks at you and says, "Oh yes, don't worry, I'm very good at carrying things. When I was in the Crusades, I would have to carry a heavy bag full of my rations and my essentials everywhere we went, because we would often be away from civilization for weeks, if not months at a time. If you did not have the endurance to carry, if you did not have the endurance to carry these things, well, you were as good as a walking corpse.
What a nice thing to say to your brother.
Oh my.
Yori looks at Phosero and he's like, do you do that on purpose?
Nope.
I really am an only child.
So, right now, the only room that is open is the one to the west, which Silk has ran into willy-nilly. Perhaps there are traps in here, who's to say?
No, he hasn't ran. He has walked in gracefully. Thank you.
Okay, I apologize.
His heels click against the floor and his hair flows behind him. The satin and organza in his shirt billows as well.
You all make your way inside into what appears to be a small bare room just containing more vault doors. There is a single chair and a single desk. And on the desk is a journal. It is old and ratty and kind of like it's still left open. There is a quill and some ink. And I think, Silk, with a single glance, you can tell that this is a journal.
He picks it up and he starts reading it.
You check the start, and it seems that this is the 28th volume of the journal of Callido Haruvex. The first entry in this particular book is from 500 years ago, and it describes his life working as a mercenary. He was a mercenary who worked in the Isle of Kortos, doing whatever jobs there were to be done. Sometimes he would help people, sometimes he would hurt them. But he was very much so a sellsword. You skim forward a little bit, and you find that he has heard of a distant cousin, Belcorra Haruvex, a sorceress of some great renown who attempts to be avenging the great misdeeds done to her family in the last 10 years. The same misdeeds which apparently pushed Callido out of Absalom. One of the journal entries then is in a different handwriting, and all journey entries afterwards are in that same handwriting. They're stilted and shaky. And it describes how Callido went to Belcorra and offered her his aid, and she promptly stabbed him in the throat and had him killed. She then resurrected him as a Graveknight, eternally bound to serve her. Callido's journal entry does not depict any distress at this, but you can see that all the personality that had been in the original ones, this kind of gruff and like almost a little braggadocious persona is gone. It is just a husk. From here on out, a lot of the journal entries are very short and simple, just describing the jobs that he would do. When it gets to Belcorra's death, it only reads, Lady Belcorra slain. We now wait here for her return. The next entry is, Today I sat and kept vigil in my lady's home. The next entry is, Today I sat and kept vigil in my lady's home. And so you start flipping through pages and they are all filled with this. Until about a month ago, Lady Belcorra has returned, instructed me to bring her the whispers and reeds. And then it's a few of the things you know that happened, until, again, the last few entries. Today I sat and I held vigil and sat in Lady Belcorra's chambers. And you look at that chair by the desk, and you know that for the last 500 years, every day the Graveknight spent every single day waiting completely still for Belcorra to return.
Silk closes the journal and he pulls the chair towards him and he places the journal atop the chair, and with just a snap of his fingers, he ignites the both of them.
It goes up fast. It's dusty and old. Keeping your promise, huh?
Silk does not break promises.
Now you say that, but historically, not to people like him.
When did he break a promise? He's a liar, but he didn't break promises.
True. Morgan Freeman picture. True.
Silk is a dishonest man, but he's not a man without, I was gonna say honor, but that's not right. I guess so.
Yeah, I think Silk has honor. I don't think that's an unfair thing to say.
Callido does not deserve to be remembered.
Not many people here do.
No, but out of all of them, Silk is going to make sure that he is impossible to remember.
Mm-hmm. Fuck him.
Silk will become Callido Haruvex's own Nimbleoth.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you guys keep looking, also Silk, you find on the table 2 keys.
Ooh.
Neither
he
of them
steps
look
past the burning chair and makes that noise. He grabs them.
Okay. Yours now. You have 2 keys. Now what?
Guys, I have 2 keys.
Oh, okay.
So, good. Is that... Hopefully one of them is the one that we need.
Let's hope. He walks past the burning chair again. Is this
What is that?
Hmm?
The burning chair?
Oh, that's the diary of Callido's life.
Oh. Wow.
Borbo kind of like scampers around your shoulder, Silk, and looks down to keys and says,
These do not look particularly like mysterious temple keys.
No, but they'll lead us somewhere.
Well, we've still got the rest of the place to look through.
Yes.
Maybe it's keys for in here, and we'll find them further in.
Goodness, I hope. Ooh, this one is locked.
would you like to try open it?
Yeah, Silk tries both of the keys on this door.
Let me find out. I actually don't know. Silk, you unlock this door, and it swings open with a terrible creak. The shelves of this room contain several old books and various odds and ends. In the center of the room is a dusty mechanism of copper and silver. It's missing its lenses, but otherwise looks like the framework of a lantern that belongs in the top of a lighthouse.
Huh.
It looks like the thing that you would put the lenses of a lighthouse lantern into.
Yeah.
You know, lenses,
like the ones
perhaps?
we've been collecting.
So that's pretty crazy. It is massive, I will say. This thing is like half your size.
Mm.
And yet, Silk, when you pick it up, it is very light. As in, like this massive, like maybe 2 foot tall metal lattice.
Mm.
It is bulk L, which means it is as light as like a ring.
Silk, he doesn't, it's not even that he tries to pick it up, it's that he puts his hand against it and it moves. And then he picks it up with like a quirked brow and he's like, that doesn't seem right.
What is it?
Look at this. And he lifts it up.
Oh.
Look how light this is. I don't know about dark magic. But most likely enchanted. Sure, right? He like feels around it.
Probably.
But this would fit the lenses.
Would you like to make a quick occultism check to see what you can figure out about this thing?
I would. Secret? Here you go.
Okay. So you take a good look at this thing. And this is... In your head, you're going to start calling it the fulcrum lattice, because that's very much what it is, right? It is the lattice for the fulcrum lenses. It is a silver and copper framework. It is shaped to hold 4 focusing lenses, one behind the other from smallest to largest. It has a socketed base to be mounted into a stand, such as that found in a lighthouse lantern. The fulcrum lattice was specifically designed to hold 4 fulcrum lenses. Hey!
Are there only 3 that we know about?
Yeah. That's weird, isn't it?
That's weird. That's suspicious. Silk furrows his fucking brow. He sets it back down, and he kind of like crosses his arms and like puts one of his hands over his mouth like he's thinking. He's like, he starts pacing, and he's like,
there are only 3. We only know about 3 fulcrum lenses, but this has 4 slots. That has to mean that there's a 4th one, right? Why haven't we...
When the original adventurers came in, technically speaking, there were 4 people destroyed.
Yes. Phosero rubs their chin a little bit.
Well, Belcorra was destroyed, and then the lenses attached or grafted onto the surviving adventurers.
Oh my goodness. There wasn't one tied to Otari.
No. The other one would likely, possibly, had to have been tied to Belcorra.
Shit.
Because everything that spoke about the lenses, the whispers in that cave, there were only 3 listed. That's the only 3 that we knew of.
What on earth do we do about that?
Extends the finish line much farther than I thought it would be. Shit. We still need to find the 3rd, and of course now we'll have to figure out what we do about one that is tied to Belcorra herself.
For what it's worth, though, this ultra cool thing, if you slot in the fulcrum lenses into it, from largest to smallest, it ignores the weight of all the lenses combined, and it only weighs 1 bulk.
that's beautiful and all. But that would put all of them in one thing which you could snatch, and Silk wants to be very careful about... He left the lenses at home, I'm pretty sure, didn't he?
That's correct.
Or, yes.
You did.
Whenever he does that, he is only going to do that if he is sure it is time to use it, I think.
I think that's a very fair thing to think.
Silk is not going to risk having all 3 of them stolen once they obtain all 3 of them. So I'm assuming the 4th one is probably going to be, I
guess.
During the
final.
I
guess we'll see, honey. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I will say, there are other items in here. As you kind of peruse the shelves, Ulrich, you find a ring of lies.
Okay.
This plain silver ring has an almost oily sheen. While wearing the ring, you gain a +2 item bonus to deception checks. And you can, once per day, snap your fingers with the hand holding the ring to cast honeyed words on yourself, giving yourself a +4 status bonus to deception checks to lie, and to perception checks to tell if someone is telling the truth. That means you get a total of +6 to lie to people, and a +4 to see if people are fucking with you.
Okay. Cool.
Pretty cool. There's also, I think, Silk, you find the Pendant of the Occult. This amulet is hollow and shaped in the form of an unblinking eye. Its cavity typically holds some fragment of occult text. While wearing the pendant, you gain a +2 item bonus to occultism checks, and you can cast guidance as an innate occult cantrip. And once per day, you can spend 10 minutes to cast Dream Message. Send someone a little message in their dream, no matter where they are in the world.
I've never used that before.
And Fiore, what you find is, you find a key shaped like a skull.
Oh, like the key we need?
Like the key you need.
I think Fiore goes, "Oh, Silk, does this look like it?"
Oh, that's absolutely it. And Silk strides over and picks it up. Wow, macabre.
Yeah, a little bit.
I kind of feel like this entire place has been kind of that way.
Yes, but this one's especially edgy.
As cults tend to be. Like, I feel like all the time you hear about news about some weird, obscure cult that was doing some crazy stuff. Why can't they just be found in the woods, like, frolicking, man? Why does it always have to be? And then they were sacrificing people.
You're right, they should be fun cults.
I don't mean to alarm you, but there are such things as mystery cults to particular divine beings that aren't inherently unholy. Imperial lords tend to have fun cults.
I don't hear very much news about them. Mostly it's
because they're chill.
And then the death cult, full of evil, mean people, were killing children. And then I frown every time I read the news.
Chill cults don't make the news.
This is true. It is only evil cultists.
That's unfortunate.
The word has become associated with negativity. However, technically all worship is classified under cult.
Mm-hmm. Just goes to show you and stuff.
We're all in cults.
Mm-hmm. So, who wants to hold what? There's the ring of... And again, you can sell anything you don't want.
No one can hold anything but Silk and Phosero.
Yeah,
Silk and Phosero. You got... I think, Fiore, you pick one up and you go, ooh.
Fiore picks up the key and he goes, huh, and then he, like, drops it into Silk's hand. He's like, I don't like that feeling, sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Ricky, give me that ring.
Oh, right, yes. Ulrich hands it over.
He holds out his hand. Palm facing the ground.
Ulrich looks at Silk and says, "Do you need me to get out on one knee as well?"
Oh my god.
Right in front of me? God damn.
Now you know.
Go on.
Okay.
Fiore gives Phosero a look that is not mad, but is like, yeah, they've been doing this the whole time.
By the way, they've been together for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a couple in their honeymoon phase. Well, you've lured that stuff. Well done. There's nothing else in here
Silk
that
will
seems
always be like
particularly
that.
interesting.
Did we look through the rest of the rooms?
Yes. Silk hooks that thing. What's it called?
The fulcrum lattice?
Yeah. Silk hooks the lattice to the thing that he wears that I think carries his book too. I don't know what that is called. It's not like a bag.
Weird little belt.
Weird little Victorian belt.
A satchel? I don't know.
No, it's because it doesn't hold anything. It just latches to things. It's something that he can hang stuff off of.
A tingy-majig.
A thingamabob. And they can check the other room in this area. There's one more over here. And there's another one outside, I believe. But this one is the closest for now.
Well, hold on.
Fuck you. What are you doing?
I really, it is so funny that this consistently is what happens. But Ulrich, you noticed something.
Okay.
I'm not fucking. I rolled for everyone. But Ulrich, that wall over there. It's a mysterious looking wall, isn't it? Just you kind of just want to like lean against it. Oh shit! What is that? The wall's moving? Secret door.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I've done it again.
What the hell? I will never not believe you when you say you've never been down here. And
I have
built
never-
this place yourself.
Are you sure
I've
you
never been
haven't-
down here.
Are you sure you haven't been blessed by like the goddess of doors?
It could be that Alceta. What day of the week were you born on, Ulrich? Could be that Alceta has granted you some sort of boon.
Like, this is uncanny.
Could
What's
be
Fantasy
called,
Thursday again?
We'll say Oats Day.
Oats Day?
That could be it. I would consider reaching out to a cleric of Alceta, the goddess of transitions and doorways and portals, and asking if maybe something could have happened there.
Okay.
It's almost frightening, you know.
Out of character, that includes gender transition.
Yep.
Yeah.
The goddess of doors is also the goddess of being trans.
Well,
Pretty
wouldn't that
funny.
be perfect? That'd be fucking perfect.
Well, I'm
But
impressed. Yet again.
I'm horrified at myself.
We found a lot of good stuff because of this. You should feel
True,
proud.
but it makes me wonder about certain parts of my lineage.
Makes me wonder too.
Reminder, I'm
Swines.
adopted.
Yes, it is worth noting that you are an Empyrean. It could... much to think about. Could it be that you are fated to come to these dungeons and open these fuck-ass doors?
I shall hope not.
Podcast.
Language.
And Ulrich, what are your pronouns again?
They, he.
Oh,
Most
man.
curious. Most curious.
What do you mean, most curious? What?
Don't worry about it.
What do you... What the fuck are you plotting?
I'm going through the threshold now.
Of course you would.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna go on ahead, so if anyone with a
Alright.
shield wants to come with me.
Oh my god, Ulrich! 2 more double doors!
I'm...
Hold on. Not
Open
Galarian.
them, Ulrich.
Do you want me to
This is-
open the doors? Ulrich.
I'm gonna see if there's a trap on either of them first.
Of course.
Ulrich, you squint real goodly. You're pretty sure there's no traps.
Okay, I am sure that there's nothing funky with the doors. You can open them and hopefully not explode.
Hopefully.
Oh! Oh! And he does like a little
Silk
jump.
breezes past everyone.
Oh,
What's
we
inside,
found it.
guys?
Joy of joys! Oh, a teleportation circle. Fossy, come here. Let me learn you this.
I've been through several of these, but I'd be interested in watching the ritual, yes?
I'm not good at this.
Watch closely.
I think you start doing stuff, they kind of like glance back at Ulrich say, portals now, huh? This sounds
They're-
Now I'm...
I fear they're
I'm never gonna
getting
live this
your
down, am I?
ass.
Phosero like walks up to you, Silk, and says, "So perhaps this is forward of me to ask, but have you ever considered asking Ulrich if he'd like to wear a dress of some sort?"
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, just a hunch of mine.
Ulrich, you need
Silk
to
puts a
run
hand
away.
against his own. Silk puts a hand against his chin. He's like, I do have some I could make him model.
They're plotting your downfall, boy. Run!
But they in my size, so I will have to.
Get behind
and
me,
Silk, like,
Ulrich.
Raise a shield.
That's crazy. Silk sits on his knees and gets to work on doing the ritual that he's become so used to.
Okay. Ulrich and Phosero, and Fiore if you want, but probably not. It's your call.
Fiore is like, oh wait, there's somebody else here, and he goes, I'm sitting this one out. I'm really, really bad at magic.
Ulrich, would you like to roll occultism? And the Phosero will roll Arcana.
Occultism.
35.
That's a success. You guys spend about an hour cleaning, putting down the right incenses, saying magic words, and then, with a flash of light, the level 9 portal chamber is active. Only one left in the entire dungeon. How does that make you guys feel?
Good. Silk gets this done, and he exhales, and he's like,
Oh, finally, a much easier way down here. I've been looking forward to this.
This is really helpful.
Needing to spend an hour trying to get down to this floor has been annoying.
Took a lot of time.
Really does.
Too much time.
Time I'd much rather use actually doing the work.
Now what? There's still some stuff left here, and... Well, to be frank, that fight wasn't easy, so we could return to Otari afterwards. But then we'd be leaving another day for... And they kind of grimace. Whatever happened to...
I'm really worried about them.
I would like to get to them as soon as possible. However, you are right. There's been quite a bit taken out of me.
I think that if we do leave, the first thing that we should leave first thing in the morning to handle it.
Actually, I only have my 5th rank gone, so you know what? That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, Phosero looks down at their weapon and says, It's not ideal, but I could manage through another fight.
I like swords.
I do think this one may be worth the risk.
Agreed.
We can do that.
No, definitely not ideal for me, but I can manage as long as I can stay back and hopefully not need to use as many spells.
I just need to pray some of the way while we're going back, and then I'll be able to heal again.
I agree. I think it's best if we keep fighting. It won't be pleasant, but it's better than letting something bad happen to my dear friend Jubilos Nairtropple.
I can't believe you're friends with that man.
He's lovely. A poet and a scholar.
Do not lie to me. You will get in trouble.
In trouble?
That's right, in trouble. I will ground you.
No.
You can't ground your sibling. Wow.
I have and I can again.
You have?
Yes, I have.
He's grounded you?
Yes. It was when I took Mama's chocolate.
No. He wouldn't have done it for something like that. Probably was his own chocolate.
Regardless, there are still some doors that you can quickly unlock before making your way back if you wanted.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, just in case there's anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you need to do some treat wounds and stuff before you go, you absolutely can. So, now what?
We need to...
Well, do you want to open up this door to the south?
Yeah.
Door's
Silk
locked.
takes the key that didn't work on the other one and unlocks this one.
Okay, it unlocks. And inside you find a derelict armory. Ancient weapon racks have collapsed over time, leaving many swords, spears, and axes jumbled on the floor. Belcorra hoarded dozens of weapons for her campaign in this room, intending to arm the humanoid warriors who fought alongside the aberrant monsters in her attack. While most of the weapons are merely well made, a number of them appear to be genuinely superior. Amid the weapons are a adamantine warhammer, a +2 striking battle axe, a +2, and, get this, 2 magic items that seem pretty impressive. The first is a flail, but the flail is incredibly rusty, like almost non-functional, far more rusty than anything else here. And I think at first you're like completely just going to pass it over, but I think, Fiore, maybe your hand passes over it, and some of your armor immediately just burns. And you're like, what?
He's like, ow.
And you take a closer look. This thing is a Rustbringer. The handle, chain, and spiked ball of this +1 striking corrosive flail are made of iron so rusted that the weapon appears non-functional at first glance. On strikes against a creature that's made primarily of metal, it gains the deadly D10 trait. And as a reaction, whenever you critically succeed at disarming someone with the flail, flakes of acid-laden rust are deposited on the disarmed weapon. The weapon takes 2d6 damage, ignoring the weapon's hardness, potentially just destroying it.
Oh.
Pretty cool. Also present is a piece of armor, which, Ulrich, I think you at first assume is just a chain shirt. But then you look closer and realize that those aren't chains. Those are tiny little cyclones.
What?
This is Wisp Chain. It is a +1 resilient chain shirt made of small interlocking currents of wind woven together. While the links of air don't jingle against each other like chains might, the tiny cyclones nevertheless create a blustering howl akin to standing at the center of a storm. A creature that ends its turn adjacent to you must make a fortitude save. On a failure, it becomes deafened until it moves away from you. And once per day, you can spend 2 actions to use Slicing Links. You unbind the currents that form your armor and release them as cutting whorls of air that slice into creatures in a 60-foot cone. They must make a fortitude save or take 66 damage and be pushed. You lose the AC for your armor for 1 turn as the air currents reform the wisp chain around you.
Interesting. Okay.
Phosero says, I'll carry these if no one wants to hold them.
Please, I'm not touching those.
I cannot carry anything here.
We can go through these later and figure out what you'd like. Otherwise, we can still have to Wanda. Prep up later.
Yeah.
It makes me happy you've caught the hang of what we do down here, Bossy.
Oh, I'm taking to it like a fish in water.
My little rainbow fish. Silk goes back into the main room.
2 doors in here.
You're alright, I can't see in here. Thank you.
Alright.
What about this door?
You unlock it, and inside you find... Oh, it's actually, even as you try push it open, once you've unlocked it, it's still difficult. And as you shove against it, you see that, oh my god. Well, there was a room here once.
Oof.
Do you know what happened?
Bad things.
The room blowed up.
Oh.
The inside of this room has been warped by an explosion. Inside the vault is a tangle of ancient wood and shattered glass and pottery. Scorch marks scar the stone walls. It looks like once upon a time Belcorra might have stored a variety of alchemical bombs in this vault. As the centuries passed, the wooden shelves that held some of them collapsed, creating a chain reaction of explosions, leaving the room and its vault door in its current state. But nothing of value remains.
Oh. Shellen's eye, what a sore sight.
Looks a bit shit.
Looks very shit. Huh? Nothing in here.
The last room. Click it open. And inside you find... What is this? A coin vault! There are 3 iron chests, all in different sizes, lined against the north wall of this room.
Ooh.
You open it up, and it is full of treasure! Coins, and more coins!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, shit.
Do any of you have, like, approximate or anything to count this kind of shit?
Do I have it? Hold on.
I don't believe I do.
I have quick sword.
You do, actually, Silk. In your librarian staff.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I do, yes! Yeah, I'll use that.
You're able to count how much gold is in this plate. Silk, count how many coins. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, in the first chest, the biggest chest, there are 8,000 silver pieces, meaning 800 gold. Divided by the 3 of you, you can all add 266 gold.
Thank you.
Then, there are 500 gold pieces in the second chest.
Ooh.
Meaning there's 125 gold for each of you. Sorry, that should be 166. So 16 platinum and 6 gold. And then lastly, in the smallest chest, the most delicious shining coins, there's 100 platinum in there, everyone. That's the equivalent of 1,000 gold.
Shit.
Yeah. This is all of Belcorra's money.
Well,
Silk
bitch.
opens that chest and he's like, we're robbing this bitch blind.
God.
So that is how much platinum? That's 33 platinum each. Goodness gracious.
I would say I feel bad, but I'm not. I don't. She's really evil.
Fuck her. She deserves to be broke.
I will say,
soon anyways.
I, with
Fiore-
full confidence, do not feel bad.
Fiore and Ulrich, I will say, the two of you, as soon as you start picking up these coins, you're like, ooh, no, and you put them back down.
What happens is Fiore's like, Silk, can you please put these into a bag?
Okay.
Thank you.
He does so happily.
I want to carry them, but I really don't want to.
Reminds me of being back in Absalom having this much money.
Get rid of it. I hate this.
You hate having the money, or you just don't like this money?
I don't like having money. It reminds me of being back in Absalom.
You don't like being... You weren't a fan of Absalom?
My mom was an abusive bitch, dude.
I noticed that.
Okay.
That said, the allowance was pretty good.
The allowance was pretty good. Derry Googles, when was cola invented?
What?
Oh my god.
When was Coca-Cola invented? Cola.
Pretty sure it was like the
1886. 20. That's before the cutoff. I
Woo.
miss being able to have cola when I was thirsty.
I'll get you some cola when we go home.
Oh no! Wait! This would have been the original cola. It had cocaine in it.
This is... Yeah, wait. Oh no.
Silk's not concerned with that. Honestly.
Would Fiore,
Everybody can use a little bit of pesh in their drink.
Would Fiore or Ulrich because I don't know how if that is if soda is something that they have had.
You probably haven't, but you probably had something called Coca wine, which is the direct ancestor to Coca-Cola, which was an alcoholic beverage.
I see.
Pretty interesting. Coca-Cola was virgin wine.
Well,
with cocaine in it.
With cocaine in it.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys do this, Phosero says, so we're going to go to the Shadow Cathedral?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we maybe ought to heal up. Can one of you patch me up?
Yeah. And Fiore puts a hand on Phocero's shoulder and he casts Lay on Hands.
Okay, you start to pray. To get Phosero back up to full HP, and to get yourself back up to full HP, you are going to need to spend about half an hour. Which means that, Silk, you'll be able to get your focus point back, no problem. You have an extra 10 minutes if you want to, do you have any other things you can do in 10 minutes? Ulrich or Silk?
Well, Fiore does that after I get my focus pull back. I like to locate the fulcrum lens just to try, see if I can.
Would that work?
Magically,
Technically,
I'm not going off on my own.
Yeah, the spell locate, right?
Yeah.
Technically, I believe that should work. No rule in the books. Yeah, you're not looking for a specific fulcrum lens, but the chance of another one being down here. You can be like, hey, are there any, lighthouse lenses down here? Smile?
The book explicitly says, Ritz, you can look for the fulcrum lens that you
Actually,
locate.
yeah, it does say special. Ritz, you can look first, fulcrum lens.
Yeah.
Which is a weird rule. It's kind of niche, but I will allow it.
I liked it. Yeah. I like that they put that in there. Who wrote this book? I'd like to thank them personally by name.
I guess that would be. Oh, it's a group effort, but like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, we'll give this one to Mark Seifter. We'll say Mark did it.
Mark,
That was crazy.
watch your back.
Okay, locate. So you learn the direction of it, and how far it is and where it is. Okay. So Silk, you are casting this. Fiore, you're healing up Phosero. Ulrich, are you up to anything? You probably are getting a focus point back, but you have some time to kill afterwards. And Fiore, you heal everyone back up to full. Mostly Phosero. And Silk, your thing pings. You know the location of the last fulcrum lens.
His head perks up in the direction it is.
Now, I'm going to tell you something crazy. It's close.
Oh.
In fact, you furrow your brows, you stand up and you stumble to the front door, and you look out into the darkness. And you see, out in the distance, beyond where your vision would usually stop, a light in the distance. It's that little island covered in gemstones.
Oh my god.
Your locate is telling you that the last fulcrum lens is on that little island in the murky waters. How did it get there?
Perhaps we can make one quick pit stop before Dubelost. I think I've located our third.
Oh.
Are you certain we want to stop there? What if there's something on the island? Is it going to go anywhere? If you decide you want to go here, then I will follow you, but we are running on pretty limited resources.
So, bites his thumb.
There is no right answer here. This is completely for you guys to decide.
It's not the small one, it's the island behind it.
Yeah. Well, it's this thing here.
Oh. That place is tiny.
It is pretty small.
What could possibly be on there?
Good question.
Does it look like there's anything on there?
Make a perception check, I guess. It's gonna be kind of at a penalty because you're quite a bit away, unless you had some way of seeing it closer from where you are.
I have obsidian goggles that make things brighter.
I don't think that'll work because it's less that you can't see in the darkness and more that you are trying to check from 60 feet away.
I'd like to argue the case of the classic, what do you see with your elf eyes? And that I have really good vision.
Let me check your ancestry feats. You might have something here.
I do have,
you have Aegis Patience.
Instincts.
And
Aegis Patience.
Yeah, okay.
It literally gives me a bonus to perception checks.
Yeah, I will allow you to use Aegis Patience to sit there and just stare at it for a minute as the other's like, what are you doing?
I would love to do this.
Sure, make me a perception check with a +2 bonus.
Okay. +2 to this.
Silk,
Secret.
you stare and you stare. You see that this island, it's a mix of green crystals and greyish stone. There's a few patches of fungus growing across the rock, with a particular tick patch near the island's eastern shore. And in that tick patch, you do see something.
Real quick, before you can say anything, is this island alive?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Good. You know what? Sick as fuck if it were, but no, it's not.
Okay.
A nest with 2 eggs in it.
Big eggs?
No, not really. I mean, big, but not massive eggs. Like
ostrich?
Yeah, ostrich-size eggs, I think is a good way of putting it.
He bites his lip, and he's like,
Okay, well, it's something's home. Something that can fly. A bird. Perhaps. Something with wings that can lay eggs.
Like a dragon?
You know?
Like the dragon?
Forgot that was down here. No wonder the fulcrum lens is over there.
All right.
Well, hold on. Wouldn't the bog dragon lay its eggs in its own lair? Weren't we told the lair is on the other side of this dungeon?
Hang on. What do the eggs look like? I might.
Silk squints. Are they draconic?
Well, Silk, you start describing what they look like, and like they're white, they're a little spotty, gray, silver, with like a few blue hues to it. Ulrich, would you like to make me a nature or bardic lore check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think about it, and I think your opinion is that that doesn't sound to you like a dragon. Indeed, it does sound a lot more bird-like in nature. A dragon egg would be scaly and tough. These do sound like the eggs of a bird. Whatever kind of fucking bird lives like half a mile underground, you don't know.
Yeah, Ulrich looks around and says, we definitely haven't seen any birds in here.
No.
To be honest, I don't think there can be really birds underground, this far underground, can there?
I wouldn't guess that avians would fare well beneath the surface.
Alright, then I could be wrong, but to me, those don't seem like dragon eggs. They seem more like bird eggs, but considering the environments, I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong.
You know, if I was quick enough, I don't see anything over there. I could teleport myself and then teleport back once I've grabbed it.
I'm really worried about not being able to get to you.
It would put me out majority of my higher spells.
I'm a bit worried about you doing that, because we're also supposed to do other stuff today.
Silk crosses his arms and he looks really displeased and he's like,
I suppose it probably won't go anywhere.
We can come back first thing in the morning.
I'd like that. As soon as we can.
The teleportation circle brings us, so...
Yes.
And just in case, you could also locate again and see if it moved. Just in case, that way we don't waste any time or resources and it possibly moved.
I suppose it does slightly put me more at ease that I know where it is, but
yeah,
I'd be much more comfortable with it in my pocket.
If it were a bird of some sort, then it's probably using it for nesting, no? So
I suppose.
More likely than not, it should be safe. If anything, it'll defend itself from other creatures that try to take it. So, shall we return for the strange nest later? Or do you want to make a mad dash for it?
I think we should return later.
Yes, we'll return later.
All right. And as you turn your backs to it, the words appear on the screen. Quest accepted. The mysterious nest. Ooh, you want to get that thing so bad. Shit, it's so far away though. Fuck. And you've got other stuff you need to do. God damn it. Fuck. You'll be back. Rewards.
This is quite the
that
description.
goddamn lens.
that goddamn lens.
So turns to you, Silk, and says, all right, who's carrying Silk this time?
I can't fly again.
I'll make return journeys.
I'm sorry. It's once a... I can only
okay.
do that once a day. It's kind of...
I don't mind even a little bit. Ulrich, how often can you fly?
I'm checking. Let me see. Frequency also once per day.
Then I will make 3 return journeys.
You know,
Shall
you
we?
could take the one and get a boat or something.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Phosero kicks up some air and starts flying you guys. And you guys are going to go to the north rather than to the south because this kind of turns back and brings you the way you were coming from. You fly over a little island where a terrible monster snaps and snarls at you, but, you're flying, so it doesn't really matter. And you return through the cave. You see Silly again, who waves hi at you.
Hi, Silly.
And you return now. Hi! You return now to the Ebon doors. You stand now in front of the Cathedral of Shadows, knowing that some great horrors lay within. Who is carrying the key? Silk, you press that skull-shaped key into the double doors, and slowly they creak open, revealing a terrible long corridor. This large chamber is made of the same black stone as the imposing Ebon doors to the north. 8 alcoves, 4 on each side, line the east and west walls. Each alcove contains a living figure, a kneeling Callido, blindfolded and praying. An enormous stone throne carved out of heavy blocks stands in a domed chamber opposite the black doors. Silk, your hand glides to your gun. Fiora, you tighten your grip around your sword. Ulrich, you take out your bow and clutch it in your hand. And Phosero holds onto their flail. And slowly you step in to the Cathedral of Shadows, and the doors slam shut behind you. This episode of Dice Will Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. Phosero's Mysterious Booty Call, Damon, Chase Curtin, Tiny Brass Ant, Celestial, Kate Cornelius, Key, Windy, Als, Millie, Nora Rose, Selra Vow, The Protease Inhibitor, River Supports Artists, Horror Fan, Lightning Scar, Dr. Caesar MD, A Potato, Derpy Gamer, Quinlan Boss, Meow Mai, Abyssal Chimera, Night the Werewolf Teacher, A Sleepy Bear, Kyle Damon, BBGBs, Lux Rexes, Tony Saunders, Mita, Arave, Moth, Aries, Alexander Criswell, Skyly, Blurst Hellion, Generally Tricked, Bal Punyon, Matthew Wilson Krasnovich, Tillen Shark, Jonathan Love, G. Barbera, Luke, Simon Strange, Seth, Rain, Lichlo, Gizmo, Cass, Babel McElduff, Ava, Lonesome Chunk, Ren T. Bright, Sean C., Natasha Lumley, Reflux, Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Caden Kendrick, Sky Evangeline, Triceratops, Anna Maria, Jordan, Emily Laderna, John the Bookhoarder, SS66 Seeker, and Dame Valor III. Hey guys, it turns out, because of who used to run the Dice Roll bank account and their exact address being in a single tin sliver of the Los Angeles financial district, kind of like worming its way somewhere where it shouldn't have because of gerrymandering, we owe like $700 in back taxes. So like, fuck us, I guess. We can afford it, don't fret, it's not putting us into any position. But like, if you want to help us keep it rolling, check out patreon.com/diceroll today.
This show is part of Poderation, the nerdy podcast network. From D&D and video games through to ancient history and books of all genres, we are a group of podcasts all about things you can nerd the heck out about. We are currently looking for new podcasts to join the network. So if you know someone who wants to take their nerdy podcast to the next level, send them to poderation.com to get in touch.